Buhari should listen to Nigerians and come home immediately to avoid further embarrassment. It is no longer news that President Buhari has jetted out of Nigeria to the UK for his medical checkup routine and will not return to Nigeria until after the second week in April 2020. However, the flight of President Buhari to access health care facilities in London while despising the ones at home has sparked a myriad of reactions from Nigerians home and abroad. For instance, some Nigerians in the diaspora has taken to the streets and the residents of the presidents in the UK to chase him back home. One of the protesters at Abuja House in UK is Reno Omokri, the former aide to President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, who is popular for his socio-political commentaries on social media. However, for me, the trip to London to access healthcare is not necessary. As the president of the country, it is shame and misinterpretation of the health facilities he manages in Nigeria if he could not trust them enough to jet out of the country to access another country's medical care. As Nigerians are known for their inability to keep mum on matters like this, they have thrown countless innuendos at the president, and I think that it is high time he listened to them and jets back to Nigeria. As a matter of urgency, the president should come back to Nigeria immediately in order to avoid further embarrassment from Nigerians abroad, and his homecoming should not just be to access healthcare alone, but also to rejuvenate the Nigerian healthcare system. Okay, I mean, it is what it is. He's gone. There is nothing anyone can do. Hopefully the pressure would let him come back, but is that likely to happen? Absolutely not. I mean, there was literally a whole massacre and we had to force him to talk. I mean, I guess it does show that we have to, push until he talks. So many things have happened. He hasn't come to address it. And yeah, so what do we expect? This is the bare minimum. And honestly, we move. Someone says, you mean Buhari is coming back from the UK last year, April? Is this Buhari? And someone replied and says, you will regret all these rubbish comments against President Muhammadu Buhari. Okay, and so what? I don't understand. Someone says they should be protesting that impostor should go back to his country, not to come back to Nigeria again to keep deceiving us. Do you believe that too? Buhari is dead, and that picture is an imposter of Buhari. Honestly, I don't even know where we can start anymore because, again, our power is lost. We don't know what's going on, and we are literally being controlled because they know what they're doing, and of course, they could plan something else just to get reactions out of Nigerians, and they know that. They know what they're doing. Yeah, it's sad, but honestly, what's the likelihood? The man has left. He has left. And I guess what we should focus our energy on is 2023. What do we want? Are we going to fight for one Nigeria, or we're going to vote for somebody that's going to come in that we fully trust and that we have drilled to show and, make this person sign an oath that they would be loyal and their punishment if they're not. I think that's the best way to go. But again, to force, you really think at this point we can influence Buhari to literally, come back or even listen to us? The man does not care. I don't know how many more times he needs to prove that to us before we can actually do anything. Someone says, Mr. Buhari is not the beginning of Nigeria and will not be the end. He only tried his best as a human. Please let him go. Well, okay, cool. He's tried his best and his best is absolutely... I don't even know what word to use. His best is absolutely inadequate. It is even below par. He might as well just not be president. That is how his best has been. So again, what kind of best is that? The fact is, we need to plan 2023. Why? Because they are planning 2023 and how they will overtake the elections. Because again, that is where our constitutional right comes in as citizens to actually vote. And yeah, imagine if no one decides. The actual people, because of course when it comes to these elections, spirits just rise out of somewhere, and then we just have more Nigerians getting the PVCs, but then we can't actually attach a face to these identities. So yeah, what if in this case the actual physical Nigerians just decide not to vote? Then we will know that, okay, fine, where are these votes coming from? And then at least we will know. But the thing is, again, I think the options that we have are, because again, people can only work with the options that they have. And I think that for us to actually make any change, we have to bring out options that cannot be from APC or PDP or any part that has been related to them. Absolutely not. And if we're going to bring out a candidate, I think we need to have choice. I really think we need to have choice. And if you're just going to have 2-3 people, then what is the point? What is the actual point? But yeah, another comment here says, is this one the president? Go back to do what? The best hospital in Nigeria is built in London. My brother, I mean, it's a sarcasm for me. Someone says it takes a man that's good ears to hear complaining and agitation. Buhari has hearing problem. Yeah, I think it's very weird. I think we have to understand that this person, well, this man, is somebody who has military training. He's been there during the military era, and he's now very old now. I don't think you'd expect that to change, or him getting used to the fact that it's a democracy and we have a constitution. I mean, I guess it just is what it is, to be honest. But yeah, there's this sort of, I don't know what he feels like, that he cannot speak to Nigerians. Actually, there's something that Chimamanda said about Buhari, especially during the time in the SARS protest, where he actually just did not even reply or do anything. I'm going to find it. And she says, the government of President Muhammadu Buhari has long been ineffectual with a kind of willful indifference. Absolutely. Under his leadership, insecurity has worsened. There is a sense that Nigeria could very well burn to the ground while the president remains malevolently aloof. The president has often telegraphed a contemptuous self-righteousness as though engaging fully with Nigerians is beneath him. That literally encapsulates how Buhari rates Nigerians, because he doesn't. He really doesn't. And I think that maybe that what could influence is because of his mentality growing up and being trained under that military regime. And of course, that's influencing, because again, he did try to, go for president a few times, but actually failed. So yeah, and she said this 12 hours after soldiers shot peaceful protesters, Mr. Buhari had still not addressed the nation. I mean, even the Ghanaian president addressed us before him. That says a lot. But yeah, so again, if we have examples, and I think this is a critical example of how he genuinely does not care. So it's like this case is really insignificant to what NSAS protest was. And for the fact that he didn't reply, there is no way. I mean, worse things has even happened from the NSAS protest, from the end of the NSAS protest till now. And yeah, it just is sad. It's sad. But the fact is, we can't stress about it. Why? Because there's no point. There's no point talking. We need to plan for 2023. Point blank period. Put what you think, and do not forget to like and subscribe.